Yo, how's it going, guys and girls? My name's Chris and welcome to my channel, CSM Investing. So all across this channel I've spoke about investors and all the different types of them and all the different types of investments. But one that we haven't really spoken upon is dividend investing. And a lot of you out there do this. Now, I've decided to talk about this in this video today as it is one of the easiest ways to invest. And all you have to do is find a company that has a nice dividend yield and just sit back and watch your money grow without having to look at daily fluctuations. As you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about how to actually live off a dividend portfolio. And we're going to break it down in simple and easy steps to follow. These are going to be: what is a dividend? What are the best companies? What are the advantages, disadvantages? And of course, my final thoughts. But before we get into any of that, please do realise that I'm not a financial advisor, and anything that I do say, please take with a pinch of salt. Since you're all here, I hope you enjoy the video. So the first topic that we're going to be talking about is what is a dividend. Now, obviously, some of you are going to know what a dividend is, but for the beginners, it's best that we start at the very beginning and cut it all back and just talk about the basics. So a dividend is the profits of a company that is then distributed to its shareholders. Now, when that company makes a profit, like the extra money, they then treat their shareholders to that money, and any profit that isn't distributed is then reinvested back to the business. So far, you've heard me talk about dividend, and you've heard me say quite a lot in this video so far, and we're only maybe 2 minutes in, but you've also heard me say dividend yield. Now, these are two completely separate things. A dividend yield is usually expressed as a percentage to the stock's actual price, and it's usually given out year by year to the shareholders. Assuming that this number stays the same, this number then tells you what you can expect your future income to be. Before we talk about the companies with high dividend yields, please do realise that it's not all about the yield itself. There are other aspects, and these are dividend growth, dividend stability, financial strength, competitive advantages. You need to look at dividend traps. And is there a growth aspect? Now onto the part why you're actually here. But like I said at the beginning, please don't just follow my advice blindly, do your own research. So the first suggestion would be Annaleigh Capital Management, ticker symbol NLY. Annaleigh Capital Management is a diversified capital management company that invests in finances, residential and commercial assets. Its investments include agency mortgage-backed securities, residential and commercial real estate, and middle market lending. The company has about $100 billion in total assets. At the time of recording this, its forward dividend yield is 9.57% with a payout ratio of 31.5%. Its current price of recording this video is $9.20. It has a market cap of $12.9 billion and its 1 year total return is 56.1%. Another option is the new residential investment, ticker symbol NRZ. Now, these are a mortgage REIT. It provides capital and services to the mortgage and financial services industries. The company invests in assets with stable, long-term cash flows. Its investment portfolio includes mortgage servicing related assets, non-agency securities, residential loans, and other related investments. Its forward dividend yield is 7.50% with a payout ratio of 56.1%. Its current price at the time of recording this video is $10.66. It has a market cap of $5 billion and its 1 year total return is 54.9%. My last suggestion is the New York Community Bank Corp, ticker symbol NYCB. Now, this is a holding company with multiple banking subsidiaries, including Queens Country Saving Bank, Roosevelt Saving Bank, Atlantic Bank, and others. Through these subsidiaries, New York Community Bank Corp offers a full range of banking products and services to businesses and consumers. The company serves customers in the New York City metropolitan area, as well as New Jersey, Florida, Ohio, and Arizona. On April 26th, New York Community Bank Corp and Flagstar Bank Corp Inc. (FBC) announced they had entered into a definitive agreement to do an all-stock merger. The implied total transaction value of the deal is $2.6 billion based on closing prices on April 23rd, 2021. The transaction is expected to close by the end of 2021. With the NYCB, its forward dividend yield is 6.06% with a payout ratio of 62.6%. Its current price of recording this is $11.22. It has a market cap of $5.2 billion and its 1 year total return is 18.6%. So there you have it, my top picks. But let's put this into perspective a little bit, because if you don't actually understand what I've just put in front of you, what's the point, you know what I mean? So a good dividend yield is between 4 to 6%, as anything below that isn't really worth it. Now, a good dividend payout is between 30% to 50%. Now, I get that these companies that I've actually showed you have a little bit of a higher payout ratio, but nothing too much to actually stress about. I'm not going to go into price per share and market cap, as if you are investing, you should really know about these anyway. And this isn't a video where I'm going to tell you about them and go into detail. But a great 1 year return would be around about 15%. Now that we've gone through all of that, let's throw an absurd number out there, like you want to live off a portfolio, a dividend portfolio that gives you $1,000 per month. Now, this isn't impossible, but it's definitely not an easy task. Now, if you want this to be possible, you have to make the right investments and you have to have a portfolio worth $400,000. This $400,000 is obviously on average. It's not going to be the same for every single person, because different investments cost different amounts and dividend yields are higher and lower. So it varies, but on average it's $400,000. Now let's take a more realistic view. Let's say you want to have a portfolio that gives a dividend out of $100 per month. Now, if you're alright at maths, I'm guessing you know where this is going to take us. You would on average need a portfolio worth $40,000. Now, this is more obtainable even if you are part of the working class, or you haven't got your own business that you run. You just need to live below your means, and one day you can have $100 per month. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's money that you've just made and you haven't had to do anything for it, why wouldn't you want that? It just doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? So you can do this, I promise you. Just think, you've made money while sleeping. So I'm not going to go on about all of the advantages and go into full on detail. I will list them off, some of them, but I'm not going to go into full detail because I'd like you to go and do your research if dividend investing is what you want to do. The advantages are they generate passive income, they offer higher protection during market volatility, they take advantage of corrections and bear markets, and inflation hedges. Just like with the advantages, I'm not going to talk much upon the disadvantages, as I do really want to encourage you to learn how to go out and research for yourself. I don't want to just hand the information on a plate to you. So, in general, dividend paying companies see less price appreciation than growth stocks. Share price can drop whether the stock pays dividends or not. Companies can slash or eliminate their dividend payments as of any time for any reason. As a shareholder, you're at the end of the line when checks are cut. Tax rates on dividends can rise, making dividend stocks a less attractive option for the company to pay and for you to receive. My final thoughts here are that yes, people, it is possible to live off a dividend portfolio. Obviously, it will take time, but once you start seeing them dividend payments going into your account, and then once you reinvest them dividend payments back into your investments and watch your money grow, it can become an addiction. It can be great to watch it happen. So just trust the process. I'm Chris, and thanks for coming to my channel. Peace.